Tiene la cacharra un vestido. Tiene la tarara una camiseta que si se la pone se le ven las tetas. Buenas gente, bienvenidos de nuevo al canal y a otro capítulo más de LA Now. Noire, Now, Noir, Neire, Noire. Así, vamos a por nuevo caso. El ocaso. El ocaso. El ocaso. El ocaso. Hey, 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 el ocaso. El caso de la secretaria fue asesinada. ¿Para qué va borracha? O drogada, nada, no. Y se ejecuta ahí, como Dios.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside the railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Víctima, nuevo lugar y nuevo lugar. Prestamista. Vamos, primero nos ha mandado al prestamista, que son los anillos de los anteriores casos.
Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
What exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you can get that desk.
Vale. Entiendo. ¿Qué es por aquí? Prestamista, hemos dicho, ¿no? Sí.
You can drive. And where exactly are we going?
Vamos para allá.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Como todos, hombre, todos ponen que son inocentes. ¿Sabes? Pantajes. Hollywood. Hala. Vamos para allá. Si me dejan, ahora sí. ¿Ahora está abierta? No está abierta.
How can I help you boys?
¿Dónde está?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
Phelps.
You have a
Michael
rose
Phelps.
gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. You feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
A ver.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
A ver.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Sí. Ah.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner. So what next?
All right, we're rolling. Out to the rail depot.
A la estación. Vale.
You're behind the wheel.
No, no
Vale.
podemos ir a otro lado.
Where are we headed?
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Claro. Ya estamos llegando al lugar del crimen.
You boys ready? Follow me.
Ah, vale, vale.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
Vamos a ver las pistas.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Vamos a revisar primero las pistas. Bueno, primero hablamos con el forense.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Vamos a ver cadáver. Esta sí que le falta
Another
el
missing
anillo.
ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Uy, ya pensé.
The smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Nueva pista, hora de la muerte. Nada, ahí no se ve nada. Uno. Pone siempre ahí. 2, 3. Es la misma mano, vale, vale, vale. Pues fuera. 3 cosas ahí, ¿eh? Sí. Para Evelyn Summers. 2 maletas grandes. Maleta pequeña.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Un bar, seguro. Barmaid en la esquina.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Y el bolso, a ver qué tiene en el bolso. ...21-22 de San Antonio, California. No sé de dónde he leído yo lo de California. Bueno. Espero que recibas esta carta con mejor ánimo que el de cuando nos despedimos por última vez. En esta ocasión nos cruzamos algunas palabras amargas. Habías bebido demasiado y ya sabemos cómo te pones cuando bebes. Pero no te escribo para castigarte ni acusarte, te escribo para disculparme. Me quedé desolada al descubrir que se había convertido en mi chiquilla. Te estás destruyendo el cuerpo y el alma con la bebida, Evelyn, y ver esto me resulta más duro de lo que puedes imaginar. Pero solo Dios Todopoderoso tiene derecho a juzgar, así que te suplico que me perdones. He estado en contacto con un sanatorio por ti. Dicen que tu estado es una enfermedad, Evelyn, y que tiene cura. Solo tienes que ingresarte.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
A ver, ¿esto qué es? Keyshaw Pig Company. Nombre de Evelyn Summers, departamento legal.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
A ver, más pistas. Aquí hay algo.
Excuse me, I'm short on time. What are you thinking, Ray?
A ver.
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Un mechero.
Not much help.
I wouldn't park there if I were you.
I've got no more for you.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
El pintalabios.
Classic Carmine.
No vibra nada.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Manipulación de
You
pruebas.
went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. Took a look.
So you kill women and interfere with them. That's your MO, Jameson?
I know some people might find what I do unusual, but I don't kill people. How can you prove that I killed this woman?
Va uno, hora de la muerte, bolso, pintalabios.
I'd like to go
No.
if you're quite finished.
¿Cómo he podido fallar?
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
You just
Nada.
came across the body.
Joder.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine.
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Y falta de hablar con este pavo.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
A ver. El reloj. Digo, uy, el reloj, el teléfono.
Phelps,
1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective.
Que sí.
Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thank you.
No objetivo. Vale.
I'm at a loss.
I say we try the liquor store next. I could get a short dog for the car.
You drive. I need to go over the case
A la
notes.
licorería primero,
Where
luego al bar.
exactly are we going? You read that those goddamn Chinese want
chavales.
to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
Those people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? I guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. Spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. No, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never going to work out, was it?
Pues no.
We'll take a look around. I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Ajá. Pero ¿por qué no? A ver. Coño.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago.
She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Un premio le han dado. Eso parece, ¿no? Y el bate de béisbol, iba a decir. De bolos.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Se está poniendo muy interesante esto, ¿eh? Hombre, joder, digo, no lo pillo.
She wasn't always such a loner.
No.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to.
Sí, eso tiene pinta.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
No deja mover nada, pues ahora, a cerrar. Y eso, creo que por aquí. Ah, pues no. ¿Quién es la amiga? ¿Quién será la amiga esta? Pues no sabemos. No deja hacer, ¿va? Ah, vale, estos son lo que ya hemos visto antes. Vamos a registrar todo esto y ahora salimos un rato a la calle. Nada, ¿no? Venga, pues vamos para adentro de nuevo. Aquí está todos. Vamos a ver si por aquí hay algo. Ahí no podemos entrar. Aquí tampoco. Esto no sé lo que es, a ver. ¿Qué tal?
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Y le das whisky.
She's an alcoholic
Oh, no.
and your friend. And you still kept selling her booze.
Claro.
You ever try to stop an addict, detective? Better me than having her buy methylated spirits from the hardware store.
Ah,
Are
encima.
you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression
Yeah,
that Evelyn had been
acerté.
sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Conocimiento de...
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Pero sí que le conozco.
She talked about
Nada,
McCaffrey.
fallé.
Supposedly he fought in the International Brigade in Spain and in the miners' strikes back in Virginia.
I thought you were Evelyn's friend, Robbins.
You should learn some manners, some goddamn respect.
We're catching murderers, not running a popularity contest.
Vámonos. Pero ¿a dónde vamos? A ver, decide tú. Trump.
What now?
I say we check out Mentz's place. By the smell, this broad spent a good chunk of time hopping bars.
Local de Men. Vale. Pues venga. Conduces tú.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Vale. Llévanos. Trump. Te voy a llamar Trump. Que se parece un huevo, ¿verdad? Tum, tum, tum. Y vamos a dejar este capítulo aquí. Hasta que no ponga guardado nada. Guardando, eso es.
Drink, fellas.
Venga.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide.
Bueno, gente, pues
We need
vamos
to
a
ask you
dejar
some